Hello everyone, number 3 is gonna blow your mind. From giant sinkholes opening up overnight to a real-life tornado picking an entire house up off its foundations, here are 25 scroll stoppers from around the world. First, we have to look at this incredible moment when a tornado lifted an entire house off its foundations and onto live stream. And thankfully, the family inside the home managed to escape before it was completely destroyed. These magical-looking waves were spotted on the shores of Mount. These waves come alive due to fire. These tiny plants glow when they're disturbed by the wave action. They absorb energy during the day and then release it as light at night. This river looks almost unreal. It comes in all colors of the rainbow. This is thanks to the underwater plants. These worms don't glow naturally. They absorb the UV light from their surroundings, then re-emit it as a different wavelength. This makes them appear blue. These plants use photosynthesis and then release red and yellow pigments into the water. It gives the river a beautiful multicolored look. Volcano crystals is known as the most beautiful river in the world. Bioluminescence can be seen all over the world, but it looks especially incredible in the ocean. It may look like a volcano from another planet, but it's actually quite common. They're known as castels, and they're built by groups of people. The lanterns float across the night sky and look absolutely stunning. You can actually sleep in these ice hotels. They're made of snow and ice and can be found in Sweden. Each room is decorated differently. Aurora borealis can be seen in many places, but Iceland is one of the best places to see them. They look especially incredible over the snowy landscape. The northern lights are caused by solar winds interacting with the Earth's magnetic field. Some rooms have ice beds while others have ice bars. This salt flat can be found in Bolivia. This underwater museum can be found in the Bahamas. You can scuba dive through the museum. It's made up of underwater sculptures. The sculptures are all that remain of a lost civilization. It's made entirely of sand. It's part of a bigger sand sculpture park. The hotel has sand walls, a sand roof, and a sand floor, but it's not somewhere you want to stay. It looks like a giant mirror that reflects the clouds. It may not look dangerous like a tornado of rocks or debris, but it's still very scary. Bird tornadoes can happen anywhere. Most people haven't heard of this statue. It's 55 meters tall and is located in India. It's taller than the Statue of Liberty in Christ, the Redeemer, but for some reason, it hasn't become famous. This frozen waterfall can be found in China. Cars were abandoned with their doors open, literally frozen shut. It was so freezing outside that everything froze overnight. It's almost like a scene from a movie. It looks like a boring mural, but it's actually very clever. The artwork only appears when you're directly in front of it. Comment below which of these scroll stoppers was the most amazing. If you want to see short videos, stay tuned for more content. If you want to see my long-form videos, check out the second channel. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And if you haven't already, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. From other angles, it looks like a normal wall. It looks like swords sticking out of the ground. In fact, it's just a waterfall that's frozen over. It's nicknamed the Sword of the Dragon. The flat is covered with millions of tiny salt crystals. This giant sinkhole opened up overnight in Guatemala. The sinkhole is a massive 60 meters wide and 30 meters deep. It swallowed up an entire 3-story building. Sinkholes like these can happen anywhere. These crystals reflect light and create a mirror-like surface. So as you walk across, you can see the view below. This isn't for people scared of heights though. The bridge is 148 feet above the ground. You can even stay in an ice igloo if you want. Hundreds of monkeys live here and they kinda run the temple. These pods can be found in Peru. They hang off a cliff edge. This beach can be found in Japan. It's known as Singing Beach. When you walk on the beach, it makes a unique sound. This happens because of the sand and the shape of the beach. The wind blows through the cracks in the sand dunes, and that creates music. Many people take a trip to this location. They sleep in the pods, as it's a unique experience. Many people visit the temple hoping to catch a glimpse of a monkey. But watch out because the monkeys can be aggressive. Temperatures inside the hotels range between 5 to 6 degrees Celsius. The festival has been going on for centuries, and is a celebration of light overcoming darkness. It takes a lot of teamwork to build these giant towers. You can see the crocodiles from a walkway above them, but it's still very scary. Just imagine if one of those crocodiles snapped. The top of the tower has the most people, and it's the most dangerous part. But sometimes these towers reach up to 5 levels. The blue color is created by high concentrations of magnesium and iron. The volcano is called Ijen, and it's located on the Indonesian island of Java. Some people say the way the house spun around almost looked graceful. It's just lucky the family got out in time. It's a celebration of spring and people go wild throwing colors at each other. People also throw colored water and sing and dance. The colors represent new beginnings and the triumph of good over evil. The festival normally lasts for 2 days. He first became famous for scaling the Burj Khalifa, but he's now done many other buildings in Paris. They're actually just regular trees that have been modified. These frozen bubbles can be found in Canada's Abraham Lake. They're formed when carbon dioxide is released from the depths of the lake. When the temperatures drop, the CO2 freezes and creates these awesome bubbles. As the ice melts slightly, it leaves little holes in the ice sheet. You can even see these bubbles floating under the ice. They've been fitted with LED lights that make them glow at night. This helps the trees stand out more, and it attracts more visitors to the area. The trees can be turned different colors for different occasions. He usually does these climbs at night and always manages to avoid getting caught. He says he gets such a rush from doing these free solo climbs. This might not look like a typical dog on a leash, but this man is just going for a regular stroll with his big cat in Dubai. The door to hell has been burning since 1971 in Turkmenistan. The fire is so hot that it burns anything that goes near it. It's basically a giant hole of fire. It was caused when natural gas was being extracted. Then the ground collapsed, leaving a massive crater. Now it's just a permanent burning hole in the earth. If you think this is crazy, lion walking competitions are a regular thing in Dubai. To make things worse, it was also hit by a huge storm. The spiders all huddled together for warmth, creating this massive cobweb village. Locals said they had never seen anything like it before. The owner even does tricks with the lion, including making it jump through hoops. Let's just hope the lion doesn't get bored and decide to attack one day. Next, we have to look at these incredible bioluminescent waves. Now let's look at this man walking his lion on a leash. Now, let's look at the door to hell. Next, we have to look at these thousands of spider webs that covered an entire village in Australia. This village was completely covered in spiders. Moving on, let's look at Kano crystals, a rainbow-colored river in Colombia. Now let's look at this glowing cave full of blue worms. This otherworldly place is found in New Zealand. It's a cave filled with glowing blue worms. Next, we have to look at this man who climbs skyscrapers without any rope or safety gear. This man is Majid Boudaoud from France. Now let's look at some real-life avatar trees. These glowing trees can be found in Japan. Moving along, let's look at these frozen bubbles. Next, we have to look at the Holi Festival of Colors. Every year people celebrate Holi in India. Now let's look at this blue lava volcano. This blue lava volcano can be found in Indonesia. Next, we have to look at giant human towers. These giant human towers can be seen in Spain. Now let's look at Chiang Mai. Every November, thousands of lanterns are released into the sky in Thailand. Moving along, let's look at these ice hotels. Next, we have to look at the northern lights dancing across Iceland's sky. Next, let's look at this crocodile farm. This crocodile farm can be found in Thailand. It houses thousands of crocodiles. Next, we have to look at this monkey temple. This temple can be found in Nepal. It's taken over by monkeys. Now let's look at this mirror-like salt flat. Next, let's look at this underwater museum. Now, let's look at this frozen waterfall. Next, we have to look at this street art. This street art can be found in Brazil. Now, let's look at this. This bridge can be found in Malaysia. It has a glass floor. Next, we have to look at this hotel. This hotel can be found in the Netherlands. Now, let's look at these people sleeping in hanging pods. Moving along, let's look at this giant sink. Next, we have to look at this beach that's sinking. Now let's look at this tornado of birds. This tornado of birds was caught on drone in Denmark. Next, we have to look at this entire city that froze overnight. This happened in Siberia. Finally, we have to look at the tallest statue in the world. But now it's time for you to make your voice heard.